Greetings. Welcome to another episode of 1320 Time Stream, Harmonic Editions. Okay, so let's begin here. Well, today we're on another red day. We are on kin 177, or the galactic Earth. The final harmonic in this particular harmonic run being the throat chakra. 13 chakras in this particular sequence, each with 20 days associated to them. And each of the 20 days is broken down into 5 4-day sections. So we're on the 5th of these 5 sections, and beginning the first of 4 days in our 5th or last section here for today, for the last part of the throat chakra run, or the the 9th harmonic run. Let's go over here to our codon coda. So we are at the bottom sequence here on the green, or the matrix time cell. We are, if you find it, harmonic 45. It's the black number that says 45, and the larger white number is 22. Okay, and so we have yang, yin, yang, yin, yin, yang. So we're oriented there. So we're in our matrix of our time cell. And that is to say that, we've done the input, the store, the process, and the output. And just those 4 there shows how information energy moves. Comes in, it gets stored, it's kind of part of you, it's being processed, and then you're utilizing it, it's being output, and then it's a complete existential part of your matrix. It's not separate from you at all. Input, store, process, output, matrix. And so in many ways, what we've experienced here in this harmonic run, in this throat chakra run, in these last 4 harmonics, is the type of, even though each one of them, each one of the 4-day cycles, is their own kind of single unit, very much like each day is its own single unit, the 20 run is its own single unit. And we're showing different levels of the fractal continuum, and how the microcosm and the macrocosm are simultaneously separate and witnessed in their own accord, and part of something bigger, a bigger single unit. So in this respect, what we're looking at here is that this particular single unit of the throat chakra, or 9th harmonic run, the beginning of that was the input, then the store, then the process, the output, and now we have our matrix. And so now we're getting into that. So outside of just the simple descriptions of, say, what all of the gene keys have shared with us, and the different really fundamental energies that were present during those times, we have our own flow of energy as well. And we're gonna take a look at how, just like now, kind of in our own minds and our own memories, what happened for you, right? Because it's come to kind of a conclusion, and now it's part of you. These next 4 days is kind of like a self-cycling routine. If you're some kind of cosmic computer, then you're okay, in some way the learning process is over, right? When in conjunction with the 20. Now, the reason I say that is because, we're also now on, what is it? Today marks the 8th day of our wave spell. And so this wave spell is actually going to, crest outside of this 20 run and move into the next 20 run, from the 9th to the 10th chakra, which is the from the throat chakra to the architect chakra. Architect being between throat and third eye. So where we're going here with that is, this is all different levels of attunement, right? So in this particular situation, we're attuning to that 20 run, that harmonic run, that throat chakra energy. And then that next 20 run will be attuning to the architect. But the other levels of attunement, which run, kind of cross weave into them, are not just on those 20 runs, they're on these wave spells. And so they're intermittent throughout. And so we're going to have different fundamental levels of attunement of things starting and stopping, all like the different currents that are moving around in like an ocean or a body of water. And it's up to us to just really know what we want to attune with. You know, a person like me, well, I attune with everything because I'm learning and sharing and bringing to the world the entirety of these systems. So if I was just kind of like wanting to like use like a simple aspect of it in my life that kind of felt like, okay, cool, this kind of like, enhances my life a bit. I'm just gonna, do the daily things. I'm not even gonna worry about wave spells. I'm not gonna worry about harmonics. I'm not gonna worry about 20 runs. I'm just gonna take a look at the daily energy. Oh, what's today's energy? Oh, okay, we're the earth today. We're about harmony, integrity. We're about navigating. Awesome. That feels good. And that's enough, right? We're making sense of our immediate kind of existential proportion. Maybe I want to give it that level too. Be like, okay, cool. That this is part of, is it part of a harmonic run? Is it part of a wave spell? You could see today as part of something that's either this or that. Is it part of the appropriate 13-day cycle? Is it part of the 20-day cycle? Right? Because you could say, well, it's a galactic Earth. Galactic is obviously 8, so 8 is part of the 1 to 13. But you could also say, well, it's 17 of 20, so it's obviously the 17th day of the 20 run. So you can see that every single day, both the 20 runs and the wave spells are actually being referenced. The tones from 1 to 13 are consistently referencing the 13-day wave spell flow. And the 20 solar seals every day are consistently being referenced on the 20 run flow. So the dynamic formulation that's being expressed here is just really something. It's really something, and it's alive, it's sentient, just like you are. And so as you tap into it, as you dial into it, you're going to really get your own messages. You're going to get your own intuitive and knowledges and all of these things, intuitions. And it's really going to show up for you. This becomes your own personal dialect. On that note, let's get to this the beginning of this harmonic. We're going to do the shadow, the gift, and the siddhi for this particular gene key here, or harmonic, or codon. There's so many ways to call it or name it or reference it. We're going to do it. Harmonic 45, codon 22. Stay tuned for that.